So in this particular session, okay, we had talked about the resume of the student. After that, we had asked some of the questions of Rust, Python. Okay, it was covered in very deep about the Next.js also, enough to crack any 12 or 15 plus LPA, 15 LPA plus job. Okay, you can easily crack it if you're going. So do one thing, see this particular video. Okay, if you are from Rust, or if you are pursuing Rust, Next.js, Python, like Fast API and all that, please do watch this video. It is very helpful for you. Try to answer all the questions by pausing the video, so that you can have the knowledge, whether you can know your reality, whether you are having enough knowledge or not. Okay, and if you like this session, please watch my other videos also. Great. And there is something in the description. Please read the entire description. Let's start the video. I had gone through your resume, since you had only said for mock interview, but still few points which I want to mention here. First of all, in this particular resume, you had mentioned class 10th. So I don't think that class 10th is required. Okay, you can remove that. The same thing with the languages also. Other thing, in the academic experience, like you are only uh, academic excellence in the key achievement, you are only having JEE mains and JEE advanced. You had completed your 4 years till now, and you, whenever you are, anyone is asking what is your achievement, you are still showing them JEE main or JEE advanced. Do you think is it worth it?
No.
Of course. So please remove it. Yeah, you got good percentile. You can mention it, but if you are mentioning it in the points, keep this point as the last point. Okay,
Yeah.
because you had already spent 4 years, like 3 years have already been completed, and still if you are showing something, your achievement, like your prime 3 years back, it is not a very good. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, after that, in the project there is no live link, neither the link for the repo. Like, do you have GitHub?
Yeah.
Okay, so here it is not mentioned. Like, if I am your interviewer, how am I going to uh, check your GitHub or your lead code or any of the platforms which you are using right now?
My GitHub is on the top. Other than that, should I add links to each?
No, at the top there is no link, only number, then email, then LinkedIn. That's it.
Uh, uh, just a second. Could you uh, send me the resume that I sent you? It could be that I sent you an older one. I'm sorry.
No problem at all. Just send me the new one. Na? It's okay. Whatever you are thinking, the newest one, just send it to me on the WhatsApp. I'll go with it. No problem at all.
Yeah, I think I sent you the resume I am using for off camp. I mean LinkedIn and all. My
Okay.
on-campus resume is the one that I sent you right now
Okay.
on
The
WhatsApp.
off-campus resume is also not very good. Okay. Whenever
Yeah.
anyone is reading your resume, he is reading from left to right. Right now, you had divided into two sections with a line in between. Don't do that. Okay. Keep all the points like from left to right, and it should be the continuous point. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this project, like this resume. Yeah, there is also one problem. Like, what do you use to make this resume? Have you used Overleaf or some other thing? Word?
Uh, this one, the one that I sent you right now, or the
Yeah,
previous
yeah,
one?
no, 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 this one, the right now.
Overleaf.
Okay, so in the Overleaf, like, you can just open it somewhere in any other device, side by side. So can when I am going through the resume, you can also go and verify all those things. Okay, okay. So here in the education, the BTech is not aligned with all other points. Can you see that?
Hmm.
So please consider all this formatting and all. Okay, it's not good. Now remove the 10th, and for the college, it is not required to mention pursuing. Okay, you can mention the year when you are going to pass out. Okay, or the year you joined. So it is by default clear that the BTech is of 4 years, so they can calculate, no problem. Okay. but remove the class 10th, it's not required. And even for the class 12th, it is not required to mention science specifically, you can remove it. Okay. uh, you need better resume. Okay. You can search it online for better resume format. Okay. This can work for your on campus placements, of course, but for off campus, it is not going to work. Okay. What is the ATS score of this resume which you had sent me right now?
I think 70, I mean, high 70, 75, more than 75.
Okay, okay, great, no problem with that. The ATS score is good, but the formatting and all. Okay, see, whenever you are applying, you have to bypass the machine. That's the first thing. But after bypassing the machine, you have to bypass, or you have to uh, see the human also. The human will also see. So your resume should be good for both of these things. Okay, keep that in your mind. Now, in the
Hmm.
experience, so the internship, like front end developer binary automates, right? Okay, so is it paid from either of the internship? Anyone is paid or not?
Yep, the current one is paid.
Okay, how much stipend?
25
Great.
with benefits.
What benefits?
I mean, lunch and
Okay,
any tool that I use,
okay, okay, great.
all that.
So this company visited on campus to give you this internship. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's the perk of having a good college. Okay. Uh,
Thank you.
Now for the project, uh, yeah, projects are good, but you can attach the live link also. Neither live link nor GitHub is present here, but yeah, GitHub is present at the top. But if I'm going to open the GitHub, just think that if I'm going to open the GitHub, there could be many repo. How I'm going to see whatever repo? So I have to search inside the repositories. Okay, don't do that. Uh, Give the link for a specific repository in which for the project. Okay, you can do that. Number of repositories 22, and contribution is 857 contribution. Okay, that's good. So your GitHub is good, and any other platform like LeetCode, CodeChef, CodeForces.
I only do lead code for now. Code
Okay,
forces I don't do anymore.
okay. So please mention it that also. Please mention that. Okay, you are having like rating of 2000 plus on LeetCode, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So okay, and for CodeForces 1200 plus rating. Uh, in 1200, what you are going to be called, pupil or?
Pu-
Okay,
Yeah,
so
pupil.
not required, you can remove it. Okay. Don't mention academic achievements as well as programming achievements, just mention achievements. And for the national level olympiads and all that, I don't think so that these olympiads were from your college, right? IMO, Indian mathematics olympiad and all that, which was
No, they're national Olympiads.
yeah, yeah, those national olympiad, but it was occurred in your college, in your school, right?
When I was starting my first year in college.
Okay, so this okay, so you had given this national level olympiad in your college.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So 5 plus gold and silver medals in national. So you got 5 in just 1 year.
Yes.
Okay, so how many olympiads you have participated in just the first year?
I mean, they were only in the first. I mean, the gold medals and all. They are my school Olympiads. The IOQM is the one that I gave right before. I mean, during
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first year in my
That
college.
that's what I was asking. I was asking like in your school you had got 5 plus gold and silver medals, right? For various olympiad which was occurred like international mathematics olympiad and all that, right? So
Yeah.
please remove it. Okay, the previous thing which I told you, even right
Hmm.
now, because you had already given your 3 years in the college, and if you're not having anything specific to show as achievement in these 3 years, you are indirectly telling the recruiter that you had wasted your 3 years. If you're showing your achievements from when you were in class 10th, 8th or 9th, even class 11 and 12th, it's not worth it. Okay. TypeScript, Python. So you had mentioned a lot of programming languages. Haskell also. What is Haskell?
Haskell is a functional programming language that I was learning when I was learning some category theory.
Okay, what is category theory?
It is a field of maths that relates broad concepts. Say, I mean, in category theory, we don't say we say vector fields can be related to numbers and vector fields can be related to topology. Every field is taken as one thing, and then we find isomorphisms, meaning connections that why these two fields are similar and why they can be interchanged between each other. Like differential equations can be written as vector spaces and things like that. So that's category theory. And Haskell is a functional language. So this is the main programming language that can understand all this, most of these mathematical conventions.
Okay, remove it
Okay.
because you are applying for software development role. Okay, if you are going to apply for quant or something like for those roles, you can mention it. Okay, but for software development, you can mention also if you think that you can justify it. If you think you cannot justify it, no problem at all. And the same with the C++ also. Okay, what do we use for input and output?
C in, C out.
Okay, and do you know about the boilerplate code
Boilerplate about.
of C++ language?
Yep, include std c++.h, and I mean, or you can import every library one by one, int main, and return
Okay, so
success.
you use C++ for DSA, right? Lead code on lead code.
Uh, I used it. Now I'm using Python since I was learning some AI stuff. So I
Okay,
started in Python
no
only.
problem, no problem. You had mentioned Rust, TypeScript also. Okay, what is decorator in Python?
A decorator is a basically a high level function that can wrap another function. It is used to modify the properties of a function.
Okay, so everything is great. Just keep all those things which you can justify. You had also mentioned GitHub, right?
Yeah.
What is cherry pick?
Sorry.
Cherry pick.
Cherry pick is used to. I could be wrong, but it is used to pick a specific commit from your Git history.
From one branch to another branch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right. If you can, okay. So you had mentioned PostgreSQL also. What do you use to change a column, rename a column?
To rename a column internally, if we want to select a column and rename it, we can just use as.
No, no, no. You want to create permanently rename it.
Hmm,
If you are going
I'm
to
not
use,
sure.
okay, okay. Please, you can do like open hacker rank and lead code and solve SQL problems there. Okay, just mention
Yes, it's
all.
been
Yeah.
it has been some time since I've redone the core concepts, CN DBMS, but I'm revising them one by one.
Okay.
So
So
I I knew this before,
so
but I don't remember.
not needed to mention everything. Okay, mention only those
No.
things in which you are very confident. Okay, what is OpenAI SDK?
OpenAI SDK is a new library made by Vercel, which is LLM agnostic, meaning you can switch out any LLM provider and still use the same use the same functionality. This is one of the leading libraries that is used for web development for AI. There is an alternative to this also, Tanstack AI, which is based on the same principles.
Okay, you had mentioned prompt engineering. What do you mean by prompt engineering?
Prompt engineering, the main work that I did was is also what I'm doing is some of our customers require bank statements to be parsed very carefully. Now, what usually happens is an LLM will basically uh, not have any safeguard rails. So for those safeguard rails, we are providing a custom security prompt, system prompt. It's usually called the header prompt, which will restrict its usage.
You had also mentioned AI workflow automation. What does
Yeah.
that mean?
So, what in my context, it referred to steps which need to be completed one after another without blocking each other, or when required, blocking for user approval. Since we can take an example of sending out birthday invitations. So, say an LLM generates an invitation specific to a person. So that step needs to be non-blocking so that the user can continue their other work. But as soon as that step is completed, we require the user to accept it. So that is one workflow. It basically means a transaction in a database. So these workflows can run either blocking and can also wait for user interaction.
Okay. Uh, okay, so let's start with your mock interview with the tech stack you requested. What do you understand by ownership in Rust?
Ownership in Rust is the methodology by which it manages memory. In other languages, we either have to free memory ourselves or rely on a garbage collector. But with Rust, we have this concept of ownership where every memory has only one owner, which prevents any free after use or double free.
Okay, okay. What is the difference between list and tuple in Python?
A list is mutable while a tuple is immutable.
Okay.
There are also other differences in the
No,
initialization.
no, no, no problem. It's okay. What is pip and what is cargo?
Sorry.
What is pip and what is cargo?
Okay, pip and cargo are basically the same thing, but for different languages. Pip is the package manager for Python, and cargo is the package manager for Rust. While
Okay,
cargo does some things which are more than the pip for Python, like it can also install binaries, it can manage your entire project, but pip is mostly used for installing libraries.
okay. What is server side rendering in SSR? Sorry, in
Yeah. So
Next.js.
server
In
Yeah.
Next.js.
So server-side rendering is a method of fetching data such of can I can I take a moment to answer?
Yeah, of course. Don't rush for the answer. Take 30 to 60 seconds for your own self. Formulate the structure, your problem. Okay, answer and then give the answer. Okay, no problem at all.
Okay. So server-side rendering is a rendering strategy which is used by Next.js. Uh, what happens is usually to render a page we require HTML, CSS, and JavaScript all to be bundled into what is sent by the server or what is received by the client. Server side rendering pushes that to the server. What happens is all the data that can be server side rendered is rendered on the server side and then only sent to the client. This can result in higher server loads but less bundling on the client side, meaning smaller, less data sent to the client.
Okay. Now, what is Rust's borrow checker?
The Rust borrow checker is the implementation of the borrowing rules, the ownership rules which Rust implements. The the current implementation is the borrow checker guarantees that unsafe programs will not be able to run, but it does not guarantee that all safe programs will be able to run.
Okay, so is it checking for the unsafe programs during compile time or runtime?
Yes, the borrow checker runs completely at compile time. There are ways to override that using reference counting and atomic reference counting, but the majority of the borrow checker runs at the compile time.
Okay, so if uh, there's going to like any unsafe code is going to pass through this like divided by 0 or something like that, it cannot be checked during the compile time, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how Rust is managing that during the runtime?
At runtime errors are handled differently, the exact same way any other C++ or any Java language handles errors. It is simply putting the start trace and then popped out.
Okay, okay. What is uh, GIL in Python? Global Interpreter Log.
uh, I don't understand the complete implementation of the global interpreter lock, but what it basically did was to only allow one thread running at a time. But for with newer versions of Python, it has been removed.
Okay, so what do you think? It is going to like uh, make the system or the program efficient, or it is going to make the program fast?
Yes, the current benchmarks have shown that removing the global interpreter lock is about 20% faster for asynchronous programming. For single-threaded programs, it has absolutely um, no advantage or disadvantage.
Okay, okay. How does JWT authentication work?
All right. So JWT authentication is a way for a server to identify a user. How JWT tokens work is they contain separate parts. I may not remember the entire. I mean, the
Refresh
separate
token
what the
and
separate parts.
refresh token and access token.
Yes, refresh token. I mean, there are ways to refresh the JWT token. The JWT token itself is encoded and can only be decoded using its using a key. So this
Okay,
is why JWT tokens can be used for authentication and logging in, and are secure.
okay. What is the difference between get server side props and get static props in Next.js?
I'm sorry, could you please repeat?
What is the difference between get server side props and get static props in Next.js?
Yeah. So get server props is used to um, get the arguments that are required for a server component to render, while static props are the ones which are used for static components or client components to render. I could be wrong.
Yeah, you are wrong. No problem. Matter.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
Okay.
this.
So when you're not sure, just don't do blind guess. Okay. If you're sure more than 50%, then only take the blind guess. Otherwise, just say sorry. I can. And one more thing, like please cut your hairs before the interview and all that. Okay.
Yes, I
Okay.
just came out of
Okay.
bath,
Because you
so
are always doing this, and it is literally catching my like attention towards that. Okay. So please do
alright, I'm
that. Okay.
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. No problem. Right now, it's mock interview. No problem. But please do that. Okay. Uh, what is the difference between synchronous and asynchronous code in Python?
So synchronous code is one step after the other. Asynchronous code is a part of that block or the entire function can run separately from the synchronous block, meaning it's non-blocking. The interpreter or the program can either wait for the that asynchronous block to complete before proceeding and can do separate works till then.
What is middleware in web framework?
Yes, so middleware is something that intercepts the call. Let's say we have an HTTP request
Yeah.
and a handler. First, the middleware will intercept the HTTP request. The middleware can either modify it, do some actions on that request, and then send it to the handler.
Okay. Okay. So what are do you know about the REST API?
Sorry.
Do you know about the REST API?
Yes, I mean
Okay.
I've used some of it.
What are the functions in the REST API?
Functions like there are CRUD operations. The full
Uh,
form of REST.
okay. Why do we call APIs as REST API? What are the uh, form, like what are the characteristics which an API has to follow, that's it is being called REST. That's what I want to ask.
All right, I'm sorry. Yeah. So a RESTful API is always stateless.
Okay.
It There are more characteristics. I don't think I remember completely.
Do you know about the put, post, get, delete?
Yes, I know about the HTTP
Okay,
methods.
okay. So these are the HTTP methods, right? Okay.
Yes.
So these are the methods which are to be followed by REST APIs.
Okay.
I'm asking.
Oh, yes. There are specific actions assigned to every HTTP request, HTTP method. Sorry, a put request must always create new data. A a patch must always modify an existing data.
Okay,
A get must be idempotent and only get data, and it should be cacheable.
okay,
And delete should be able to delete a resource, and it is also
okay.
I
So,
mean you multiple
like,
times.
what was the need for delete? Like, we can directly use post for all those three other functions, right?
Hmm.
Can you please tell me like how we can do that?
Why do we need the different methods,
No, no,
or
no, no, no. Why
how we can use?
post can use to replace all other three methods? Like it can be
Okay.
used, okay, but it will be little bit complex, or whatever the extra code line of code we have to write. But whatever it is,
Yeah.
okay, extra headers we have to pass. Could you please tell me like how, what are the headers we are going to pass to replace all those three methods?
The difference between any method is not the operation that it does. Every method is going to be sent to the server, and whatever the handler wants, it will do with that request. So if we want, in a post request, we can have a body which will ask it to delete the function, ask you, sorry, delete an entity, and it will do that with no extra things being sent to the server except the body which the server can pass.
Okay, so you are going to say whenever we want to use post as delete, we have to send in the body like delete any text.
Yes.
Okay. Right, okay. So which database have you used till now? SQL or no SQL? Hello.
Mostly as
Okay, so mostly SQL. Postgre or MySQL?
Postgres.
Okay, so like what is the default? I'm not getting that. Like for backend there is 8080, na? Like 8000. What does that 8000 called?
Port
Ah, okay. What is the default port for Postgre?
5173.
Okay, and for MySQL?
I have no idea. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
no problem at all.
I only used MySQL for one class and a C++ project, which
Okay,
required a connection.
okay. So do you know about LLM and all that also, right?
Yes, I have. I mean, I don't have. I would not have very in-depth knowledge about how exactly all the things work, but yes, I.
Okay, so do you know about what is MCP?
Yes, MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. Basically, it is used to give LLM tools, deterministic tools that it can call to answer questions. Without MCP servers,
No, no, no. I had not talked about the MCP servers. I had just asked MCP. It stands for Model Context Protocol.
yeah,
You are understanding what this protocol mean? It is a set of rules in which an API is to be written. That's it.
yeah, I understand that. I'm sorry, I went
Okay,
on.
no problem. Most of the students do this mistake. Whenever I ask MCP, they are telling about the server. Okay, no problem at all. Okay. What is the n plus one query problem?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Okay, no problem. What is API routing in Next.js?
API routing.
Ah, yes.
I'm not sure I understand. I mean, I know the exact terminology, but API routing could refer to slash API. Everything after this is taken as an API route by convention.
Okay, okay. Uh, What is the connection pooling in database context?
I'm not sure about it, but from what I understand is one connection cannot handle uh, an infinite amount of requests or a very large amount of requests. So what a server does with its database is it starts multiple connections and it pools them. It That's called a connection pool, so
Okay.
that a higher number of requests can be sent.
Yeah, and for every request you don't have to open new connection. That's why the pool is used. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that.
Okay. What is CORS? CORS.
CORS stands for cross origin
Resource sharing.
resource sharing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, cross origin resource sharing. What it basically means is if we have a set of cores on a server, only the specified origins can send requests, and all other requests from any other origin is rejected.
Okay. What is a race condition?
Okay, so a race condition is when multiple sources try to write or read from the same database, from the same, sorry, variable.
Okay.
Uh, the problem with a race condition is that if a source writes at the same time as the source reads, that is when the source can read stale information, information which was not updated, or could read corrupt information.
Okay. Okay. So this is the concept of operating system, right?
Sorry.
This is the concept of the race condition is the concept of operating system, right? Okay. So have you applied this? Like, have you dealt with this particular problem or race condition in any of your project?
Mm, yes, I did. Encounter this in the primitive version of the local chat server, which is written in my projects. What happened was in a specific room, since it's a WebSocket connection, but I was also storing the messages in a database. So if a user reads at the exact same time, the database is about to be updated. It reads old messages, but that was an architectural fault on my part, because if we have a WebSocket connection, we can directly send messages and then save them to the database.
Yeah, perfect.
So I did encounter them, but it was a issue on my architecture.
Okay, so tell me more about your local chat server. Is like it is like something like WhatsApp?
It's it is it was a hobby project. What happened was I was learning about WebSockets, but at the same time I was learning about development in Rust. So I tried to implement those, but I could not find any resources online about this. There were official documentation, but they were very bare bones. They only taught how to set up a WebSocket connection, not how to. They were only ping and pong messages, not how to actually send a struct, some data. Then I found a blog post which was 7 years old, which used deprecated methods.
Okay,
So that encouraged me to build somewhat of my own resource about WebSockets and how to send data. So the idea was simple. In in a closed building, we do not require internet connection to be able to send messages.
okay, okay. You said that in a closed building we don't require internet to send message.
Internet, outside connection. Some
Okay,
connectivity inside, of course, but
okay.
we do not require connectivity with the outside
Like
world.
LAN, local area network, something like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
just like LAN.
Okay,
So that was my idea,
okay,
and I wanted to build something which would allow users to chat between themselves. It's one-to-one communication. I did not think about adding a group chat or something like that, but it can easily be added. I thought about it. I might add that later, but it's currently one-to-one communication.
okay,
So how the one-to-one communication works is it's a simple WebSocket connection that stays alive for the entire duration. Any both of them are online.
When both of
As
them, no, no, just when both of them are online, the WebSocket connection leaves, right?
yeah,
Okay,
that is
okay,
when the network connection lives.
okay. So
That's an
how,
architect.
no, how you are detecting whether any one of them has gone offline? How you are
Yeah,
determining?
yeah, it is a simple CLI for now
Okay,
and a simple web app. So as soon as the user closes the web app or the CLI, they are assumed that they have closed the connection.
like how do you know that they had closed? Like what, I don't understand by the meaning of CLI.
A command line interface. So,
No, like how you are identifying whether that particular person has disconnected from the internet.
oh, I'm sorry, I did not understand your question earlier. So, whenever a user logs in, or I mean, opens up the application,
Okay,
a ping request is sent to the server.
okay, okay,
So the server understands when the user is on,
okay,
and as soon as they close that app,
okay.
another request is sent to the server,
No, no, no,
which
no. That's when they had just closed. Like there could be many ways to close the app. Okay, the shut down the entire laptop at once. Okay, close the browser. Okay, so when it is already closed, how you can send any request to the server?
if they there are two ways. So either they shut down gracefully, or they manually do it.
Okay,
They do
okay,
it gracefully, or they automatically do that.
okay,
So if the WebSocket
okay,
could not uh, after let's in my implementation, all right, that is what you are. I'm so sorry. So in my implementation, there were 5 seconds after which the WebSocket connection sent a
okay,
ping
okay.
request. So
that
if
that
we did not get
that I
all
can understand. I had also worked on this. Okay, I had worked on the exact problem I also faced while building my project of the chat application, where it was very difficult to track whether the user is online or offline, and I had also used the same thing. Previously I was also searching for methods whenever he is closing the application, but later I got to know that he can close in many ways, shut down the entire laptop, browser, or whatever. So then I searched about it, the read many documentation, and then I heard about this, that always ping at 5 seconds. Okay, so there could be like um, error of 5 seconds, and this is minute error, no problem at all. If even if the user is seeing online the other user for fast for 5 minutes or 5 seconds, then also it's no problem. Okay, but I had just implemented it for 1 second. That
no.
was on my part. Okay, that's the exact thing which I also faced the exact problem when I was building this chat application. Okay,
Okay, I'm sorry I didn't understand the question
okay, no,
earlier.
no, no problem, no problem, no problem. Okay, so how's the session?
It was nice. The
Okay,
questions were, I mean, yeah, they were challenging. I hadn't heard these questions before. Some of them.
okay, so the session was helpful, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how much you are going to rate me out of 10?
Perfect. It was
Okay,
absolutely perfect. You
okay,
helped me with my resume as well,
okay,
and with I mean these questions. Some of the questions I did not know, like the M1 M plus one query. So that is on my end. I mean, I haven't revised a lot of core concepts right now. I mean I'm in the way. So yes. Other than that, the questions were of course very helpful, and you're
okay,
also very helpful right now. So
okay. So do you think that you got some knowledge out of this?
yes.
Okay. One permission which I want to take you, like take from you. I had recorded this session, okay, like because you already know that I am doing it for guidance of many students who are facing some or other problem. Like you are also from a good college, and then also there were many problems you could have faced. Like with the resume only, I had told you many things, okay, and even from such a good college, okay, no one has told you about it. Okay,
Yeah.
so what I had thought, I cannot take one-on-one session with everyone. Like currently there are like 10 lakh students studying engineering each year, so it's impossible to be accessible for all of them. So I
Mm.
had recorded this session. Right now I had not created any channel, okay, my YouTube channel, but soon I'll do that. Okay, and just I want to ask Anush, like, can I upload this session there?
Yes, please.
Okay. If you have problem, I can blur your face. Otherwise, no problem at all. Whatever you say.
No, it's no issue.
Okay.
It was really nice.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Anything else you want to ask?
Um, I mean, so in my, I mean, I think my knowledge of Rust is decent, and
No, no,
my
it
understanding
is
of
good. It is good. Your knowledge about Python, Rust, everything is good. The chat problem also, the chat application which you told about, that problem was really very genuine, and that shows that you have the deep knowledge about your uh, projects, and that is really very good. Okay, I from my batch also don't know any, because like every 5 out of 10 students are making this chat application as their project. But I had also asked, like, you are like, I had already taken 200 plus sessions until now. I had asked like many of them, and no one was no, whenever I had asked them, they are saying we are not tracking them, we are not tracking whether the user is online or offline. I was like, okay, no problem at all. But it was really very great, and you are literally having good knowledge. Okay,
thank you.
okay, don't be confused about that or hesitate that no, I am very basic or I am intermediate. No, you are going to touch the advanced level. Okay, the level which is required from the fresher. I'm not talking about the industry level expert. Okay, he's having
Yeah.
much. Okay, anything else you want to ask?
How do I mean, this Postgres, I mean, about Postgres and about database in general, like this core concept. How do I mean, I mean, sometimes the implementation part, I'll have to do questions about queries and all. लेकिन ऐसे थ्योरी वाला पार्ट जो डीबीएमए से पढ़ाते हैं, हाउ डू आई रिवाइज दैट
नो,
जो
नो प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल, कोई नहीं पूछता है, इग्नोर मारो। काम
अच्छा
करते करते आ जाएगा। अगर तुमको अगर डेटाबेस और लाइक यू वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड डेटाबेस मोर डीपली, डू वन थिंग, whatever the application you are seeing in front of you, like we are having the meet. Okay, do one thing, design the database for this, design the
तो
database for WhatsApp, design the database for YouTube. Okay,
हम्म,
send it to any AI, Claude, WhatsApp, or any like, sorry, WhatsApp, Claude, ChatGPT, any, and ask them like whether I had, like, how much you are going to rate me for this database design of YouTube. Okay,
और
that was really very helpful for myself. Okay, you can also do.
और डेटाबेस क्वेरीज वगैरह जैसे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं हुए में
Okay, so do one thing now. Just start with the hacker rank. Okay, do easy and medium. Okay, and then shift towards the lead code. Lead code, easy, medium, and hard problems. No, and I don't think so. Like anyone is going to ask you hard problems in the interview. So only do easy and medium. That's it. No problem at
नो
all. Okay. All the best for your placements. Okay. If you are having
थैंक
any doubt in future, do one thing. You can directly message me on LinkedIn. Okay, I'm going to reply there. I'm not very active on WhatsApp, so whenever you are having any problem, directly message me on LinkedIn. Okay, and do one thing,
यू
whenever you want to ask anything, write everything in just a single message so that I can read and just message at once. Okay, you
यस
don't.
यस
Okay, thank you very much for attending this session. If you want to share it, if you found this helpful, please share it with your friends. I would love to like take sessions from other NSUT students. Okay.
या
Okay, and one more thing, like I'm not very clear. Should I blur your face or I should upload directly?
नो यू कैन अपलोड डायरेक्टली
Okay, great, great confidence, great. Thank you very much.
थैंक यू बाय
Thank you.
बाय
Bye bye. Okay, so that was another session by me. As you know everything, if you like this session, please do one thing. Um, of course, you are not going to share it with your friends. They are going to get better package. Don't share it with your friends. Do like and subscribe. Okay, and please follow my other videos also. Yeah, some of them could have bad qualities or bad visuals, not not very uh, good setup for the video camera and all that. Okay, so it is informative, so you can uh, see those lectures. Okay, if you like this, no problem. Also, one more thing, if you want to have the prioritized session, do one thing, there is the description. In the description there is the link of the form. There is the link for the prioritized session. Since I'm getting a lots and lots of uh, application, okay, for the free session, so I don't think so that it is possible for me to take all the sessions for the like for the free. Like if you want to have prioritization, if you want to have it sooner, okay, you don't have to waste much of your time in waiting, you can directly fill for the prioritized session. I can have that. Okay, there is the form in the description, fill that. Follow me on LinkedIn. Okay, follow my post, they are very helpful, as told to me by my by most of the persons whose sessions I had taken. Great, thank you, bye bye.